is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year. Shoot 'em a shot, boy, I'm long range. Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the game. I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Roundtable. Oh my goodness,
That's
we have a full crew. I got to change the view though.
There he is. What's up, buddy?
you know, just keeping it professional around these parts. You hooligans.
Slides in as the theme music is rolling.
Charlie, can you stretch your arms out?
Nope.
Nope. Didn't think so.
Look at that tree.
Why that?
Because we did a ton of dumbbell bench press directly into max bar muscle ups.
Ooh.
And kickbacks.
And it was rough.
Well, the way Charlie flies through a bench, like he don't do the extension. So
Yeah, I did call him out one time.
Listen, there's a mobility issue that you need to keep in mind.
But Charlie, can you do this?
No. And that seemed inappropriate.
it did.
Well,
I didn't know what to say. I was
I just needed. Listen, we were practicing. If
throwing
you
the camera.
can pull your arms back to your chest, and he can
Ew.
only go here.
Still not making it better.
Okay. Well, I just had to keep rolling with. Nobody's even watching, so we're good.
Right.
Well, they're probably two people are probably telling their friends now to come join.
Okay.
Right,
well,
right.
see,
Hey.
it's all for the views.
I don't even know where to go from here.
Right.
So was it so if there's bench press, Charlie showing up to the gym.
Well, Charlie's showing up to the bench because that's just what showing up to the gym because that's what we do now. You come
Okay.
at least 5 times a week.
Nice.
And we're meeting that goal.
Yeah.
This is the first week. Yes.
Week 1 of fun.
Yep. We're going solid.
Always the first day, week. Always.
Mhm.
Okay.
Jody's with us already.
Okay.
Hi, Jody.
Next week is when I add all of my extra programming.
Yeah. See, I tried to dial him back with let's just focus on getting to the gym. Don't worry about all this extra stuff. Just get to the gym 5 times.
Nope. Let something new come out. Bet you I have it.
First of the year, there will be lots of new
Bet
stuff.
you I do it.
You getting 3 new programs under the tree for Christmas, and then
Santa better come on.
you got to implement them all by the Saturday after Christmas and quit them all by Wednesday after Christmas.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
I need one of these athletes to start a new program so I can just slide on in.
Okay. That sounded okay.
Take it how you want. I didn't name any athletes, so I mean I can. I have a list.
I think there actually are a few people starting new programs. However, it's getting lost in all the drama, so I don't really know.
I'll need to look these up.
Andrew Sten.
What's up?
Good morning.
If they got a free week, I'm in.
Well, there's J.R. Howell is starting We Prefer the Hate.
Nope, don't care.
That's the name.
Yeah, WTPH.
Okay.
WPTH, yeah.
WP, yeah.
What?
We
PHA?
prefer to hate.
We prefer the hate.
The hate. Okay.
The hate, yeah.
Who's hating?
And he is he's kind of like Jason Hopper's secret coach, not the one like he publicly has gone to with Brute or the former HWPO.
And wasn't Brooke Wells wearing one of his shirts?
She was.
Oh,
Interesting.
Very
So
interesting.
all the drama.
Yes. Get to the drama.
Well, I want to know what's up with you guys, and then we'll get into because I'm
Okay.
tired of the drama.
Oh, okay.
Is anybody a heel yet? I need a heel.
A heel, like a wrestling
Oh, here
heel.
you go.
Yes, a wrestling heel. Sorry, ladies.
What does that mean?
Yeah. What do you
Bad guy. A villain.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Like a true villain. Like Mertens was sliding there, but then he just kind of stopped. I need a true villain.
that's you in our group, Charlie. You are the heel.
I am the villain.
You need a villain in the sport to get you excited about the upcoming season.
Mhm.
I gotcha. Yeah, you have one also, Corey.
This is true.
He's the good guy though.
I-
He's like
And he's getting really fit, so it's not even really a contest unless you get more consistent, buddy.
Charlie is getting really fit.
wow.
It's gonna happen. Even though, guys, Charlie was misusing a word. I don't know for how long he'd been using it.
I was missing.
So we started fighting again this week, and then it found out that he was misinformed
Is that me or just her?
on the word.
It's her.
Okay.
Oh, good. You're glitching, Amy.
Glitching.
It's definitely me. Okay. Well, you tell the story then.
What's
Long
the word?
story short, the kids are using a word called big back now. I was called by my son, which when I asked him about it, he said, it's because you have a big butt. That's not true. The true meaning of a big back is you like to eat all the food in all the areas, everywhere. You're just a big body. You're a big body.
Oh.
And that's you.
Apparently.
Not how I would ever describe you.
To a 10-year-old. So then I called Amy that because I thought it was the first meaning of it.
But she knew what the actual meaning was.
She did
and
not.
then
She asked her college daughter, who then told her. And then
found out, and that's why you're fighting.
Yep.
Got it. Seems reasonable for you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what's new
Seems
with
about
us.
right.
What's up with you, Kat?
I got a boy home from school.
Oh.
Oh.
I haven't seen him yet, but according to his Find My iPhone, he's home as of yesterday. So
Is he still a massive boy?
I believe so. Yes, he's still training hard. He's either, whenever I check on his location, he's either at his apartment or at the gym. So, and note, he's a full-time student in college, so he should be in classes at some point in time, and maybe, hopefully, he's doing that as well. But yeah, so he'll be hopefully coming to visit here at some point in the next couple of days, and then just trying to figure out what I'm doing for the holidays, who's going where, the whole broken family. Where do you go? Where do the kids start? Where do they end up? All that good stuff. So
The thing is
figuring it out.
They're old and
What's that?
They're old and kind of maneuver.
Yep. Yeah, that does make it a little easier, for sure.
So Jody Lynn said, Amy actually skipping and then skipping out. She also has all of her kids home for the holidays. So there's
Yeah.
probably like 2 Switches, an Xbox, 3 computers, all
there's-
trying to use the same Wi-Fi.
That's correct. And a husband who works from home and using all the internets. So I used a different laptop. It's my laptop that's glitchy. So
Jody also says same thing here, Kat. It sucks no matter what the age.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have everybody coming in this weekend for our Christmas. Because of Julie's surgery coming up, we're not traveling anywhere. So we're doing our family thing this weekend. So Corey and the boyfriend are coming in Saturday. My mom's coming in Friday and doing all that kind of stuff. And then everybody will be out the door and home on Monday. And then Julie and I will just be here the rest of the week by ourselves. So
Chilling.
yeah.
quiet Christmas.
When
I was thinking about, go ahead.
I was going to say, when will you watch Love Actually?
Well, Julie and I always watch that Christmas Eve. So
Okay.
that will happen then.
Okay.
Yes. The best Christmas movie ever.
I love it.
You're talking about Die Hard?
No, not
No.
Die Hard.
Kat, you had something?
I forget what I was gonna say. I was just saying that maybe I was thinking about maybe doing something with the kids like Sunday. You know, it doesn't have to be like on the day, just
Yeah.
a day close, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. And I get my kid time.
Yeah.
And we're not sure how long Braden's staying because his girlfriend lives in Georgia, and you know they can't be away from each other for more than 20 seconds. So I don't think she came with him. So she's home. She graduated too, so she's not going back to school, which scares me for the next semester for Braden to make sure that he's actually going to go to school, stay there, and not be driving back and forth because it's like a 12-hour drive or something crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Celebrated Julie's birthday yesterday, and it was fun. Had a good time. I don't bake, so I ordered her nothing bundt cake.
Yeah.
And there's this like cute little tower now of like samples.
Oh, cool.
So you can try like a couple different flavors. Because it's just her and I. Like, there's no point in making like a big cake anyway or buying a big cake. And they do a great job of like wrapping it up and ribboning it and doing all that kind of stuff and making it kind of festive.
What flavor did you like the best?
So I love carrot cake, period. That's my favorite. So that was it. But we got red velvet, we got lemon, and we got strawberries and cream.
Oh, okay.
I would say Julie's was either the lemon or the strawberries and cream.
I haven't had strawberries and cream, but I love the red velvet and the lemon.
Yeah. I think I'm allergic to the lemon because I got really bad stomach pain after eating that piece. And I am somewhat intolerant of lemon. So, yeah, that was.
Maybe it's just acidic-y foods.
I can do lime. I can do lime all day long. I just can't do lemon.
Limes aren't acidic, are they?
Yes, citrus.
Says the man who doesn't do fruits or vegetables.
I thought lemons and limes are like interchangeable too. Like technically, they're like practically the same fruit.
Yeah, for some reason, there's something in the lemon that gets me. In the limes, I'm fine.
My lime's usually with tequila, so maybe that's why it doesn't taste as citrusy.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So a couple things in the CrossFit space I'll pull up, and Kat actually sent me this one.
Yeah.
I want to get your opinions on. I think it's this one. Is it? There we go. So, the Association of Fitness Judges announced that they will have their first in-person judging seminar where you can become an AFJ certified judge. This looks like it coincides with Wadapalooza, and that is Wednesday, January 22nd from 10 to 4 in Miami, Florida. Any thoughts on seminars to become a certified judge?
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I think we've been saying that we would like something like this. I would be curious to know how this translates after you take the seminar. Like, what does that mean in the space?
Yeah, I think I like it's a nice step in the right direction. I don't know what 6 hours gets you. What are you looking at? What are you learning? I guess I just have to see it to better understand it. But I think in person is way better than an online judge's course.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably get into some nuanced things that happen at competitions, and they'll be able to sort of, hopefully, like go through certain scenarios of, you know, what to do when this happens, what to do when that happens. I think that will be good. And let's face it, ideally, the people that are running this are the ones that have a very strong influence into who gets selected for these competitions as judges. So I feel like at some point it's probably going to be like the fee for admission, to be able to even be considered for some of this stuff, because I think the people that are, high up in the ranks in terms of judging are very connected to CrossFit and some of the other organizers of these events. And I really liked, I don't know if you got to the details of it yet or not, but the fact that people are going to be evaluated after Wodapalooza, because that happens a lot where somebody is a total F up, and there's consensus there, but it's not really, there's no process to sort of document it or, have that live in somebody's record, or, you know what I mean? Like, I just think it'll be a little more, they're making it more of a formal process, because I think there are instances where there are some people that maybe slip through the cracks and shouldn't continue to judge.
Yeah, the bullet
events.
points are right here. I'll read them off real quick. It includes standard operating procedure at the most high levels, scorecard tutorials, athlete command and control during live events, team considerations, and then breakout sessions with elite level games athletes with peer and instructor led feedback. So
Yeah.
if you're going up against, if you're using elite athletes and then making them move and you judge them, I think that's awesome. And then giving feedback whether you should have called it or not, because judging at speed is very different than judging in a box at the open, with like judging me or Charlie or you, and then or judging Pat Vellner, Tia Toomey. They just move at a speed that we don't see every day.
Well, and I think distractions need to be considered too, because, like if you're at a seminar and you're hyper focused on your judging versus a live event where there's so many different things that are happening that catch your eye. I mean, that's just human nature, right? Even if you are super focused, distractions are natural. So I'd be curious what some of our judging people like Andrew think about this as well. I'd be curious.
My other comment is, and I got into this with Dense Updates in some DMs today, it is just because she brought up the fact that they are being judged or evaluated after Wodapalooza and given feedback based on their performance there. When I was a judge at regionals, there was no formal report card that was given, but you got elevated or de-elevated from the heats you were in based on your performance. And on Sunday, half of the judging field was basically cut.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were in the lower half, you did not see the floor on Sunday.
But that was also more regulated by CrossFit, right? That was back in the day when CrossFit ran the judging, which
they
a
still
little different
do at their events, but they don't do that at Wodapalooza, or they don't do Loud and Live. They don't do Mac.
Right.
Like those, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's almost like it's bringing it back to old school, how it was. And I think it's a lot harder for the CrossFit folks to give feedback and keep track of all that stuff at the games, because there's so many other things going on at the games. But when they were doing that for regionals, I'm sure they had a really good process for being able to weed out some folks. And a lot of times at some of these competitions, there aren't enough judges anyway, so you're not going to be cutting half the field at the end of the day.
We're back in the regional days. There were tons, so many people didn't get in.
Right. More than you needed. You'd be on break for hours before you get back on the floor. Whereas, now you're probably on all day and barely getting a break. So, yeah, I think it's interesting. It's definitely progress, and I love it. I love to see it.
Andrew does say, I'll be there for it. I think it's great to give newer judges tips for being better. Jay Birch says, unfortunately, I will not be at Wodapalooza. I will be at TFX. We could use some more judges. Yeah, that's the bad thing about TFX going up around the same time as Wodapalooza. It really shallows the pool of judges for the event.
Mm-hmm.
And I also talked to Dense Updates Jenny about Wodapalooza being a good place to do it, because you have community divisions and RX divisions to evaluate newer judges and to see if they have the chops to make it to the elite floor.
Yeah, I think that's pretty ideal.
Right. use your best judges on the elite floor, evaluate the newer judges on the RX or the community floor, and then if they are good enough, then they can move.
Yeah. And I like that they're incorporating elite athletes. I think not only will that, give them some hands-on experience with those folks, but I think it'll give the elite athletes some insight into what goes on with the judges, and how much work and focus does go into it, which might give them just a little bit more of an appreciation for how they move and sort of a better understanding of, what those judges have to go through.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the next piece of news is CrossFit announced, I believe it was yesterday, this thing, the Community Cup. When they announced the new season, this was part of the announcement. These are some details. Amy's like her eyes fixate to the meme immediately.
Yeah,
right?
immediately. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. And so the Community Cup is this stage that happens after semifinals for that 1% that make it to semifinals. This is where the levels come back in finally after them being in there for 3 years with no explanation. This will be a competition that if you've done the open, you get a score in your level, and then you get to compete against other people in your level at this Community Cup in June.
Is this so? This is for like the 99%, the remaining 99%. Okay.
And this is still like in your gym, like it's a virtual.
Correct.
Yeah.
It is 1 week, 3 workouts, and then you compete against other people in the same skill, ability, and stuff like that. So, so they announced this during the season. It had the detail of like what it was with the levels and all that kind of stuff. This goes on to say what it is. There's slides to this. You compete in the 2025 CrossFit Open and receive your official level, grouping you with other similarly skilled athletes regardless of age or location. Levels will be identified based on placement in the Open. Use the time between the Open and Community Cup to tackle areas of your fitness you want to improve. And then during the Community Cup, throw down against others in your level to see who ranks the highest in each tier. So there'll be like a level 1 champion, a level 2 champion, a level 3 champion, and so on. And when I went through the comments, it's a mixed bag. It's about 50-50 of like, this is a good thing or this is a bad thing. My question, I think this is the attempt to like replace quarterfinals, but be more inclusive.
More people to participate. And
what's the cost? Think one, affiliates will support it and have, just like the Open, have this 1 week where the workouts are available to you to do in the gym and to do this and submit your score. 2, do you think people will sign up for it? Does it mean anything to them that you're the best level 2 or the best level 4? Those two basic. Let's start with those 2 questions.
Well, I think it might get more people in affiliates to sign up for the Open. Example, I think a lot of gyms might participate in the Open, but maybe not a large number that actually sign up for the Open. So this way you might get more people to sign up for the Open, which could then, lead into more people signing up for the Community Cup. So,
yeah, it gives people who are, low on the totem pole, if you will, of levels to have a competition, which they never really had before. Because, if I know that I'm scaled every week, that's it. I'm doing my 3 workouts. I'm out. I get to compare my scores from last year.
Yep.
So if you have a pretty competitive person, who's maybe not either new or just not excelling into, level 8, 9, 10, whatever, not the 1%, it gives them a chance to compete, which is kind of cool.
I do like their approach in the communication where it says, hey, we're giving you 3 months to do after the Open to fix your holes.
Oh.
Right. You have, and then we're going to open it back up and say, okay, did you improve? Can you go up the ranks from the Open time to June?
Yeah. Pat makes a good point here. It says 2 things I don't like about the Community Cup. 1, it's redundant as it's basically a scaled Open. Two, this is what I like. It directly competes with smaller local scaled comps like Festivus, local throwdowns, and things like that in terms of the timing. But it's really only what? It's a week?
It's 1 week, 3 workouts in the same week.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 1 week.
I need to know the cost.
Right.
There is a
How much
fee.
more do we have to pay?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's gonna matter. In some sense, I can see how, like, okay, when there's a small select, going back to quarterfinals, there would be a small select number of athletes in your gym that was going on to quarterfinals. So some of those athletes who were maybe close to quarters but didn't make quarters might be interested in continuing that competition. So for that, I could see. But if it's another 40 or $50, that's not going to fly, I don't think.
So my first comment to Pat is, if level 8 is not a scaled version of the open, because you're level 8, we're adding all the stuff, right? And your workouts to compete at level 8 are muscle ups and handstand push-ups and all the stuff that, like, borderline trying to get to that 1% people to compete. I think that's fine. And maybe not a scaled version of the open, and maybe we get something a little bit different. And then in here are the details real quick. There will be 3 workouts to compete over 1 week. All workouts are released the week before the competition to allow affiliates to plan ahead. And while the scores must be entered online, the Community Cup must be done in an affiliate. And then each of the 3 workouts will be programmed with modifications to challenge each tier appropriately. So maybe those upper tiers get the hard stuff, where the lower tiers, it's scaled way back for them.
So my question would be, 1, are they testing for this? I was asking for a friend. But 2, if you're in the 80th percentile and you know you're not going to be top, and you're just like, you know what, I'm going to go down to scale and just destroy it. What's stopping you from doing that?
You're assigned your level based on your performance in the open.
Right.
You don't get to
But
pick.
if you know you're not going.
You're saying
never mind.
You're saying cherry, like, dog the open so that you get a lower ranking and then go kill that division.
Yes.
I don't think there's any prize worth winning.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's your goal, then hey, be a douchebag.
Hey,
there's a lot of it out there.
I love what David is saying here. Let's post that. I'll do it. I know quite a few people who are very proud of making it to quarterfinals, and I'm not sure this will have the same feeling. I do agree with that. I do agree with that it won't be for that top quarter.
So let me be devil's advocate of what this may really be.
Okay.
So we've had these levels for 3 years where we don't know what to do with them. You just get assigned a number at the end of the open, and Amy gets to go, yay, I'm a level 8. And I'm better than all of my friends. And she does it all the time. She texts us her level in every text string and everything. So
only the level 3.
So what if we establish something in this Community Cup where you can make workouts that are geared for level 8s do this, level 7s do this, level 5s do this. And then we translate that to the open and make the open matter more. So the more elite athlete you are, the harder the workout is in the open, but you're all getting the same stimulus, levels 1 through 10. But you can't just like throw that in the open. You have to like establish the levels and figure out the workout. So you're using the Community Cup to do that. And then in the future, the open will be divided better so that we can actually meet the needs of every athlete.
Okay. So let's say I'm level 6 after the Community Cup. So then I'm going to do level 6 in the open, but how do I get to level 7? Like, I perform high in level 6. Like, how will I get to do better and bigger things? Like that, just get one muscle up and it moves you up on that leaderboard.
When do they assign levels?
right now just during the open, or well, it's throughout the season. Because the further you make it in the season, the higher your level got.
Right, but like when did they change your level? Like your level, there's got to be like is there like a calendar year? Like you're level 6 from now
We've never been
until
able to get a clear direction as to what the level is, how it happens, when it happens. But if it becomes like a trend thing or some kind of algorithm that over time you just keep building on your level, or even like deteriorating on your level because you're getting old and you can't do what you used to do, whatever. So I think that's what would have to happen in the future for my theory to, like, you keep building or losing on your level over time.
Right. But I'm saying, but if I'm in the open and I can only do level 6 because that's my level, how do I progress to a higher, to get to do the next level?
Well, you have to keep improving so that your scores in the open or any other event you participate in shows that you are now moving up a level to the next one.
So I score high in the open on level 6. So then I might be promoted to level 7 for the next one.
Correct.
are the open workouts going to be different depending on your level?
That was my theory. This is
okay.
just my theory.
Got it.
This is a proof of concept in the Community Cup to then bring it to the open, because the biggest complaint, and what Carolyn Lambre talked about this earlier this week that's been clipped and run, is that there's no definition for the open. And so elite athletes and your average Joes in the gym have different reasons for doing the open. And so they can't meet the needs of both the elite athlete and the average Joes, right?
Yeah.
But if we do it by level, and like a level 10 has a workout that meets the needs they need, and a level 3 can do it and still see how they improve year over year as an average Joe, then maybe we can. But you have to have a proof of concept first.
I'm just so curious on why they even started the levels. Like, why now 3 years later we're going to do something with these levels? Was this thought out at the beginning?
Well, they started it under one CEO, and then people got fired, and then people got brought back. So there has not been a consistent, and a new CEO comes in. There hasn't been a consistent like leadership group to maybe follow through on this. And I know
we don't
excuses for them, and it is what it is.
We don't know if this is the idea that was, brewed 3 years ago now just coming to light, or if this is something that's been retrofitted to make sense of levels that were created 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's
we don't know the answer to that. Yeah. I'm guessing it's the latter, but I could be wrong.
If I were to guess, I would say you're right, Kat. I think that it was created by Dave and team under the Rosa led CrossFit. Rosa leaves, Dave gets fired, levels sat out there for a couple years. Now they're looking at it as like, we have these levels, can we do something with them to make it work for us? And now they're trying to fit whatever that is, retrofit it back into what was created before.
And a side note, the levels are different, or you get levels based on age grouping as well.
Right. You have an age group level, and you have
an
open level.
Yeah.
David is correct here where he says the levels were supposed to be for events throughout the year. The event could use the levels as placement instead of a qualifier, from what I understand. And it also, so people wouldn't cherry pick and say, and sign up for the intermediate, like Cherry or like Charlie, and be a douchebag and sign up for intermediate when you're really an elite to take home the trophy. If you have a level 8 beside your name, no, you're going into elite.
Yeah, like years prior, before the levels came out, like Festivus had note on their notes, like if you were the top 10 in the open, you cannot do Festivus.
Right. They even said, like, if you're a fire breather at your gym, you're not supposed to do Festivus. Like, right. I'm anxious to see if anybody's even going to be interested in this, but
Yeah. Again, it's going to come down to money. And are they doing it because they had, people paying to do the quarterfinals, and now if you've taken that away, you're taking away some income?
Jaybert says that's called a sandbagger, not a douchebagger.
That's
I think
they're
they're
interchangeable.
yeah.
Interchangeable. And I guess the levels won't include any kind of age group criteria, right? It'll just be your level, because then that would be crazy
Well,
math.
That's what I'm saying, is that you have two different levels.
Yeah,
One,
you would have one for your age group and one for the open overall.
Oh,
we already
that's
do.
exhausting.
If you go and
You
look,
do now. Like if
Oh,
you
really?
go onto
Yeah.
your profile, it'll have your level in the open. It'll have your level in your age group.
They are tripping over themselves with this one, I think.
So,
Wow. Okay.
just to answer,
Can't wait.
my intent is to do the open. Yes, I'm definitely going to sign up. I'm going to sign up.
if you're going to sign up, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So
I have to
sounds
find an
like-
affiliate to do it with. Maybe
I am supporting the open. I have decided that I am supporting the open.
I'm gonna come and live with Charlie for 3 weeks to do the open at
Okay.
your place. Okay,
Okay. You can.
that's my
Let's
plan.
do it.
That may not be the quietest place to live.
You may want to go to
okay.
Amy's.
In Columbus, the other two of us probably have quieter houses. Just to let you know.
Well, that's why I picked it. It was just,
Rile it up.
Mm-hmm.
Jump into the fray.
I can take care of some kids and dogs, and
Oh, let's go.
Well, Charlie needs help with his dog for sure.
yeah, there you go.
David
Working
says
right
this
now.
level is currently blank. I think that might be bad news. No, I
Yeah.
don't.
I
It's
have-
probably
I
everything.
pulled it up. Like, here's what, I don't know if you can see it. Hang on.
Go dominate level 0, David.
What do you got?
So I'm level 6 for the open, but level 7 for age group. And then Charlie, you see that other level on there? Just want to make sure you see that other level.
3.
3.
How do you find that, Amy?
It's on if your login on CrossFit.com, and then you go to your competition dashboard.
Okay.
So Jody says she's on the fence. I usually can't do a movement, which takes me right out of it.
Actually, go to login and then do manage account, and then it shows you.
So when I first did the open, Jody, there was no scale division.
Yeah.
When I first did the open, it was RX or nothing. And there were definitely movements that I could not do at the time, but I tried. I tried to do the movements for
Toaster bar.
7-8 minutes straight, hanging from a pull-up bar. There are videos out on YouTube from back, because we weren't an affiliate at the time, so we had to upload videos for every submission. And there are videos out there of me struggling to get a toes to bar for 8 minutes. But I tried. And what's cool about it is sometimes you don't think you can do it. And back then it was like more prevalent that you got your first something because you were forced to go outside your box and try something that you may or may not be able to do. I had friends that snatched more weight than they've ever snatched in their life. It may have been ugly.
I don't think it was a snatch. It looked like a snatch and press.
It counted. The bar was overhead and then locked out.
Counted.
So, and I think that when we went away from just being an RX open to what it is today, while I get it for the inclusivity and the approachableness of it for the average Joes, I think that's when the elite athletes suffered as a qualifier into the games. So, because at that point, then the definition got lost as to what we were trying to do. When it was all RX, it was the first part of the qualification to get to the CrossFit Games. And then when it got watered down a little bit, it did all that kind of stuff. So,
Jeff, you might be a 2 on there, but you might be a level 10 in our hearts.
So yeah. So there's that. And then, oh my gosh, we are running along.
Yeah.
The last little bit is just real quick news is, along with this announcement, the Barbell Spin also added that for the first time, CrossFit is doing something the same for 2 years in a row, and that is they are doing the Service Cup. So just like last year, the only thing is they removed one category from that, which is EMS.
Oh.
The categories are affiliate owner, CrossFit trainer, medical professional, educator, military veteran, active duty military, law enforcement, firefighter, and first responder.
CrossFit trainer, that's new.
Yeah.
I was there last year.
So your EMS could be under first responder.
Right. Or medical professional.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's probably what they did.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. So that is the same as last year. We'll finish with this comment. Clock says, but the real beef the games athletes have with the Opens is it should be easy for them. Is it that they don't like it interrupting their refined and delicate peaking process? I think they do not like it as a qualification to the games, that it is too easy. It is just a cardio test, and it should be more skill-based as a qualifier to the CrossFit Games. But every one of these elite athletes can make the top 1%. I mean, let's be real. Without much effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay Birch, there is no retired educator.
I think once an educator, always an educator.
I know there are retired law enforcement that still compete as law enforcement. So I would assume the same would apply as for the educator. So, well, with that, I know a bunch of us have to get back to work at 1:00. So
yeah, I got to be.
So we are there. With that, guys, thank you so much for being with us. We will see you next time on the Clydesdale Media Roundtable. Bye.
Bye.